It's Tuesday, May 2nd, and we are here at the Digital Dealer 2023 conference in Tampa, Florida. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Mercedes passenger vehicle department partnering with their F1 division. Yes, their F1 division. And also Walmart leaning into their Managers Academy. Kyle, we landed here in Tampa. We both got in yesterday. You actually went right to a dealership.
Right to a dealership. I saw Brad Wise, Furman Chevy. He walked me around, introduced me to a bunch of people. We've got 3 really cool interviews that we're going to be launching on our In the Dirt podcast. But like the fun thing about that was I drove up, got dropped off in the Uber. And the energy there was like
sense it right from the beginning.
Yeah, like the salespeople that were out as I walked in, like people were flying back and forth in the showroom. And this was morning. It was like 9:30, and the thing was just going, and it was clocking, and there was energy there. Service department was buzzing. People were pulling in, and I just got that feeling where it's like, this is good. And then we go to the party last night, pre-digital dealer, and like the energy again, right? You're energized by the people that are in this industry, by the dealers and industry partners that are there and giving hugs. And it's like,
you realize,
man, this is the industry we're a part of, that type of energy every single day.
We're going to try to bring as much of that as we can to you. So if you follow our social media accounts, obviously if you follow us on LinkedIn, is usually the best place to be. But also the events like these, we fill up the stories with pictures and things that are happening. So you can follow a SODU or a SODU events on Instagram, and we'll try to bring you as much of the energy as we can, because we know sometimes you're out there and you might be part of a small group in your dealership group that thinks the same way, that has this love people more than you love cars idea, and you're not by yourself. So we want to bring you into this community as much as we can while we're here. We're having our big premiere tonight of More Than Cars. It's our TV show pilot that we filmed. We went to 3 dealerships in Arlington. I can't wait to see it. A lot of people seem excited. And when you told people we were going to have a theater and a red carpet and popcorn.
Everyone, that was the most exciting part. They were like, we get popcorn? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we're opening the concession stand. So if you come in, you can actually get free concessions. So if you ever wanted, you buy a ticket and then you get free concessions. So if you ever wanted to do that as a kid, just all the popcorn and all the candy and all the stuff from the behind the counter
it's
you
right
want.
There.
It is. Go. So if you're in Tampa or within driving distance or a digital dealer, just go to unveiled.com. Pick Tampa event, and you can get tickets there, and we'll see you tonight. Let's talk about some news.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
So Mercedes is partnering, their passenger vehicle division is partnering with their F1 division, because they do have an F1 car.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of pressure.
One. Good one.
I bet. That doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of pressure for Mercedes to always deliver, right? They're always technologically advanced. They're always the ones that can actually get it across the finish line. And so with all that pressure to keep up with Tesla and all that, they tapped their F1 department to work on things like the rolling chassis and like how well and how effortlessly the vehicle rolls. Also, obviously, aerodynamics and electric engine integration, because I didn't know this, but F1s have like some kind of
there's a power unit alongside the
component
storage.
to what they're doing.
Yep.
And so Mercedes is partnering with them. A year ago, last year, they unveiled their EQXX concept car that actually is super efficient, and it gets 745 miles of range.
That's wild. Yeah.
That's like just about double.
Slapping everyone in the face. Like, here you go. We got 745 out of the Joker.
But the real kicker is, it only took them 18 months to develop that car.
Which makes a ton of sense, because if you think about the F1 teams, they're actually redeveloping cars every single year. Even just this year, the car completely changed. Like, all the standards from the governing body completely changed, the way that the wheels work, everything. And so they only have like 4 or 5 months actually to develop that car.
So they're used to going
real fast. And get it live, right? So they're used to a very agile process of getting engine technology, getting vehicle technology to the wheels. So it makes a ton of sense to tap them and start to think outside of like, here's the business sector, the consumer sector. All right, we have this other business sector. How can we integrate those to provide a better experience at the customer level? So
there's a lot to be learned in this nature. We use the word collaboration a lot.
Yep.
Right, and it's kind of a fundamental part of what we talk about. But that's why we bring so much thinking inside to automotive from outside to automotive, because we know that there are best practices and there are perspectives that other people are going to see. Hospitality is a big area for us.
Yep.
Because dealers, you walk into the store, you're dealing with customers. Hospitality is a major component of that. And we know a lot of dealers that stay in really nice places, and they eat in really nice steakhouses, and they're friends with the owners. And can you imagine what it would be like if the general manager of the dealer invited the GM of the steakhouse to come in, and if they if
Why
they
not?
dare,
Yeah.
say, come in here and what do you see?
What do you see?
From a
Go through it.
hospitality
Yep.
lens.
Yep. Go through it. See how my store looks and feels, and how my people care for consumers when they walk through the door. Because especially a top end restaurant is thinking about those things all day, every day, and sometimes it just takes that outside perspective to understand how to change what you're doing inside.
I bet they'd have one or two things right out of the gate to say, like, hey, when they walked in,
What
did
if
you see
you-
how they did
yes.
that? What if instead you put this thing there and watch
Easy.
what happens?
Super
you know, there's
easy.
things like that.
Yep.
Speaking of things that are not really super easy, but
Ah.
Walmart is leaning into their management academy. They've just launched a week-long management academy that they're incorporating all their frontline managers with to try to, number one, train them, but
That's
number
great.
two, really importantly,
More importantly,
build community.
yeah, which is really cool. Like, I mean, think about that. The way that even graduate programs create cohorts.
Yeah.
Right? Because the intentional community built around learning
The ongoing value.
actually allows you to like take that training further and push it down into culture or systems. You know, or like I even think about if we started a couple salespeople at the same time, like those two people were always endeared to each other. They always checked in. How you doing? What are you learning? What are you doing now? Because there was that starting point. And so for them to go, hey, we're going to create this academy, and like the training objectives are not like, we're going to teach you how to be more efficient.
How to stock it in,
how to yeah.
Right.
It's things like understanding values and culture, leading with empathy
There you
with
go.
with your employees.
That'll
which
work.
Is wild. That'll absolutely
When you
pencil
think
all
of
day.
when was the last time you were in a Walmart and you feel like the person you dealt with had
Everyone's
empathy?
empathetic. Yeah, no, not.
It's a good
Not
move.
in my Walmarts, at least.
Not in my
yeah.
Walmarts either.
Learning how to further engage with retail consumers and communities. Hey,
Again,
they
it's
must be
word.
taking notes. And then embracing change and being an examples to others. So with that as like the primary guiding and communities, it's really a leadership play. It's not a how do we become more efficient. And that's actually probably going to do a lot more for Walmart as an organization than any training on how to order stock could ever be.
I mean, that's exactly why events like this work, regardless of what you learn in the sessions. The value that you walk away with are the relationships that you make
Yep.
and the people that you talk to that you can stay in contact with days, weeks, months, years,
That's it.
lifetimes. You see relationships that start at places like this, and it's that constant person you can lean on, run things by them, ask them about this. So that's what we're trying to do here with Asoto. We want to thank you for being part of this community. We want you to know that we're here for you. We have a lot of connections with a lot of dealers, industry partners, always. We never
Yeah.
say this, but like if you need something or want to try to find
Just
a
reach
good
out.
vendor, just respond to our daily email, send us a message. We're easy to find on LinkedIn. We're really here to help serve that, to build the community of retail automotive so we can love people more than we love cars. We will see you later today.